My first book, The Iran Between Two Revolutions, was published actually quite soon after it was published in English, and it's gone through a number of printings there. I think it's quite well read in the university. I don't know outside academic community how well it's used. My other book, A History of Contemporary Iran, Modern Iran, was also translated, and I have no idea of basically what circulation it has. And I hope that the present book on the 28 مرداد will be published soon, and I'll look forward to seeing what sort of reception it will have. 28 مرداد it basically covers the oil nationalization and ends with the coup. And one could well say, well, what's there new to say about this period? I'm arguing that the conventional books, all the books that have been published, even the books that are favorable to Iran and Mossadegh, misunderstand two important things. One, they argued that Mossadegh could have compromised and come to a deal. In fact, my study of the documents proves to me anyway that there was never really a fair compromise offered to Mossadegh. What they wanted Mossadegh to do is to give up oil nationalization. And if you've given that up, of course, then the whole of the national movement would have been meaningless. The second point is the conventional wisdom argues that the coup was done in the context of the Cold War, the fear of communism, and so on. My argument is that there was really never any realistic threat of communism. The people who made the decision to have a coup were quite aware that communism was not a danger. But at the time, of course, the discourse and the way justifying any act was to talk about communist danger. So it was something used for the public, especially the American and the British public. But the people who made the decision were quite aware that really the coup was not about communism. It was basically to get rid of a nationalist leader who insisted that oil should be nationalized. Mossadegh was actually important just not in Iran, internationally, because he is one of the grand figures of the Third World after World War II. People like in India, Gandhi, Nehru, Sukarno in Indonesia, you have Lumumba in the Congo. These are national figures who, in a way, epitomize anti-colonial leadership and also a reassertion of independence. So Mossadegh, while he was nationalizing oil in Iran, he was seen internationally as a figure of resurgence, nationalism, patriotism against imperialism. So that's, I think, his one major, basically, figure. But the other thing that is more, I think, pertinent to Iran, and he differs somewhat from other national figures, is that he was also not purely nationalistic, but also believed in democracy, human rights, individual rights. So that many other national leaders like Nasser often were very nationalistic, but they were less actually committed to the principles of democracy. And Mossadegh has this very unique combination of being both very militantly anti-imperialist, anti-colonial, but at the same time very much committed to the whole notion of democracy, parliamentarism. He's, in a way, a product of the Mashrutiyat from the 1905 period. So he has this very combination of both democracy and anti-imperialism.